Sharp Game here, coming back at you with another video from chooseyourrelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And today we're going to talk about the business of relationships. And I tell you what, man, there's a lot of stupidity.
lot of stupidity, lot of stupidity,
Yeah,
man. Lot of
I
stupidity.
try not to judge guys, but some of this shit, you can't even, man, you can't even defend some of this shit that's going on out here, man.
And
I mean,
no, it shouldn't be defended, Shark Game. It shouldn't even be defended what's going on out here.
I mean, some of the questions I get sometimes in the comment sections, I'm like, man, I can't even relate to some of this stuff.
Some of them dudes go wild. they go wild, man, in those comments. I read them, I'm like, oh my God.
It's like one dude asked me that he said, how do I think he said something like his girlfriend kept accusing him of cheating, but he said he didn't cheat, and he said she's about to leave or she threatened to leave him. So he said, how do you convince her that he's not a cheater?
I mean, Shark Game, that's some simping stuff, man.
I didn't even answer. I said, yo, just let her go.
Yeah. I mean, if at that point, if you're having to wheel and deal and try to, beg for a girl not to leave, like, you know what I mean? At that point, man, you're better off without her. She don't trust. If there's no trust in a relationship, there's no relationship anyway,
No. So I'm like, just because I did a video talking about basically, if she wants to leave, there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah.
Really, she's gonna leave regardless. So I said, if she leaves, she's really doing you a favor. I mean, you might not like how it goes down, but you're gonna look back and be like, man, I'm glad she left.
Yeah, but you know what it is though, Sharp Game. A lot of dudes, they can't take rejection. They take rejection very, very hard. They start, some dudes even, get violent and stuff when girls, threaten to leave.
That's where that's what a lot of these shootings is about. These massive shootings. That's where a lot of it stems from. These dudes do anything for a woman. I mean, they love the validation of women out here so bad. And there's always one woman that really fucks them up mentally. It's like they want that validation from her so bad, and when they don't get it, and they'll see her with another guy, especially another guy that, at least in his mind, that she would never be with. And then all that anger builds up inside him, and a lot of guys just snap. And then they want to kill everybody.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of dudes just, there's many girls in the sea. There's a lot of chicks in the sea. You know what I'm saying? Like, but dudes, they get wrapped up. You're right, around that one chick that they just, they willing to simp out for, and you know what I'm saying? Just even put themselves in jail for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, no pussy's worth going to jail, Shark Game. I don't care, because you go to jail, and then she's over here fucking with dudes like me and you.
Well, obviously they don't see it. Obviously they don't see it that way. Because these guys will get violent.
Oh yeah, they get wild, man. They get wild. See, I mean, me, it's like I think of it like this. If I'm with a chick and she's not feeling the program anymore, then all right, go ahead, check a different program out. because you know what I'm saying. Another chick's gonna come through and like me. You know what I mean? There's just so many girls out there. Like I could never. I'm not gonna be out here fighting girls and going to jail and all that stuff. That's not. You know what I'm saying? I got see. You know what it is? Shark Game too. It's dudes that don't have nothing to lose, because if you got shit you doing in your life, you know what I'm saying? You a businessman, you a shaker and a mover like us, you're not going to be putting yourself even in a circumstance like that for no chick, because no chick is going to come between you and your money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Shoot.
And, you know, I realized like years ago that a lot of people, especially these other groups of people, other groups of women, they have different relationships with almost everybody that they run into, or anybody that they socialize with. They got like a business relationship and a personal relationship.
Right.
You know, it's like, but with us, we don't necessarily see it like that. You know, with us, we're more personal, just across the board, right?
Yeah.
And this is the thing that used to really, I didn't understand it, and I still don't understand it, because really business is kind of personal too. I mean, it really they intertwine together,
right? And
this is why I noticed that what consistently used to happen is a lot of these other groups of people used to lie to me all the time. They still do to this day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll lie to your ass all day long. You know.
and but you know what? That's why you can't take what people say for face granted, man. You know what I'm saying? Because people say a lot of stuff. You know.
Yeah, and they're on autopilot too. People do this automatically without even having to think about it or put very little thought into it. You know, it's like you might be on your job and you might ask somebody a question, hey, what you know about this, you know about that? They'll say no. They might be lying.
Yeah.
You know, you just never know. But then the next person will come along, ask the same question, and they'll give them the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
exactly.
What's that about, you know?
Right?
Yeah, this happens all the time, though, man. It's like it's much bigger than just between males and females. You know, it's like that's one thing I noticed over the past 20 years. People they'll just blatantly lie too. It's like
not even blinking an eye.
Yeah,
like, yo, you don't know who did that? Nah, I don't know who did it. It's like,
they'll look you in your eye and lie.
And you know they're lying too. You're just looking there like, damn.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, you gotta lie about that shit? Damn.
Man.
And like, you know, see, at the end of the day, man, you're only as strong as the people that you have around you. And
that's true.
Sometimes that can be your downfall. If you look at Hernandez. You know, the girlfriend ratted him out.
Man, that that dude. You know what the thing is with Aaron Hernandez, man, is like that dude has such a promising career, man, and just threw it all away. You know what I'm saying?
He was better than what's that other tight end they got? That New England got now. Shit.
Oh, you talking about the Oh man, my blank.
But you know what I'm talking about. He was.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm gonna say his name in like 2 seconds. Keep going.
Yeah, Hernandez was better than him to me. What do you think?
Hernandez. Honestly, when all that went down, first off, Hernandez, like that dude bombed the Super Bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like that dude, he could play football, man. He was a real good football player, man. And, you know, even going back, I remember before he was even, signed to the Patriots, all the colleges that were trying to get him to go play for their college and stuff. And before he signed and went down to Miami, and then, You know what I'm saying? Got drafted to the Patriots and stuff. I followed that dude for a long time, man. And like I don't know, man. I thought he was going down in the Hall of Fame, not the way that he did, but that
Hey,
shit. I don't
where you
know.
from anyway?
Up here, he was living in North Attleboro, man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was from right up here. Had a house and
Oh,
everything. He went down when he was up here. When he decided all the colleges and stuff were coming at him, what college he wanted to play with, so he went down to Miami for a
yeah.
while. And then he went down to Miami, and then when he signed with the when he got drafted to the Patriots, you know what I'm saying? Because they thought he was gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, the first, second pick. He wasn't, but they still ended up drafting him. He still came up here, signed with the Patriots, was living up here. Like, he could play ball, man. If you see some of his old tapes from college, man, that
Yeah,
dude
I
was a
remember.
beast, man. He was
Yeah,
he
I
was
remember him
huge,
in
man.
Miami. I
Huh?
remember him in Miami.
Yeah, yeah. He was a big boy, man. You know, even back in the high school and shit, man, he was one of the biggest boys on the team. You know,
Yeah,
but
but
it goes to show you.
let me tell you the
Hmm?
mistake that he made though. If you're gonna do your dirt, don't tell your woman because
Mm,
what happens is you create a snitch. That's what you're really doing. Because see, this is what my dad told me many moons ago. He said, "Look, let me tell you something, man." He said, "When the pressure is on, most people are gonna crack."
mm,
And then
mm-hmm.
he said, "This is why some shit you got to keep to yourself because."
Yeah.
He said, "Look, don't put anybody in a position." He said, "Not even me. Don't put me or anybody else in a position to, you know, the basically, it's like don't put them in a situation where your fate is going to be based on their testimony. He said,
Mm-hmm.
don't do it. Don't
Exactly.
do it."
Exactly.
He
And
said,
you
"Don't
know,
do it, man."
a lot of things. You know what? Too shot game. How you say your dad had told you that, and I want to say this: like people don't understand how important family is when it comes to this. Because when Hernandez's father passed away, that's when it sort of started going downhill. When he started doing all that crazy stuff, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. If more people had a father figure for him, like even growing up, like for me when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, like my barber Mickey, man, he I was a young cat, man, you know what I'm saying. He would be giving me the game too. I mean, like, yo, you know what I'm saying, like keep your head up, man, you're gonna do good, you know what I'm saying, just don't get wrapped up with these girls, and you know what I'm saying, don't be out on these streets and shit, you know what I'm saying, like get your money and shit. That was the number one thing, get your money. That's what I was always heard. Sorry, get your money, man. That dude used to tell me all the time, cutting my hair, get your money, man. Everything else will fall into place.
yeah, yeah.
you know?
That's real shit, man. I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you. And it's like we tend to go at it backwards though. We try to get everything else first, then we go
Mm,
back and get the money. We hustling backwards,
exactly.
you know.
It's
And
true.
I think the reason why that is because making a lot of money, it's not easy. That's now that's why. That's one of the reasons why. Now getting girls, that's women are everywhere.
That's easy.
The clubs are everywhere. The bars are
Mm,
everywhere. The restaurants are everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
it's true.
So it's easy access.
Yeah, that's not hard. That's not hard at all, man. Especially when you around those environments and stuff. That anybody can do that, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like, getting money, stacking up, saving. You know what I'm saying? Investing. Not everybody can do that sharp game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Anybody can walk up and try to and talk to a girl, but not everybody else can be investing money and you know what I'm saying, making power moves and things like that, being a mover and a shaker.
yeah, I
You
know.
know.
Oh, P.S. And by the way, go subscribe to my new channel, the Day Job Bailout Plan. If you haven't done that yet,
Y'all
yeah,
go over there, man.
yeah. That's why I started that other channel. Because I wish I had somebody to tell me a lot of the stuff that I talk about in video on the other channel. Because To be honest, man, I don't have nobody in my family except my brothers.
Right.
And nobody in my family besides my brothers that can really go into great details about stuff that I discuss on my other channel. Nobody in my family can talk about it.
Wow.
Yeah. And if I look at my friends, almost nobody. Nobody. Now they might say, hey, yeah, they did an LLC or started a corporation. Yeah, but they can't tell you how they set it up. They can't even tell you if they even set it up right. You know, they can't even tell you how, like my brother, for example, he's a an electrician and he do air conditioning and heating, right?
Right.
But he can't really tell if you ask him, hey, how do you get customers, clients? He won't really be able to tell you. He just say, I do word of mouth. That's it. You know. But if a new person was to walk up to him and say, hey, what do you recommend me do? He won't know what to tell you. He won't
See.
know because he did everything through word of mouth. But if you're a new person, you probably won't be able to. Word of mouth ain't gonna work.
No, that's not at all.
No, word of mouth that takes years.
That's after you've built up your reputation. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. It's like if you take let's take Trump. He's an asshole, but he can't tell you how to start a company. He's never done it. His dad was in real estate, and the shit was passed down to him. All the assets, all the money was passed down to him. So he ain't had to start from scratch. He can't tell you. And then
no.
he's a bad businessman anyway.
Oh yeah.
You don't get
Oh
no
yeah.
you don't get no respect from nobody
No.
that's established in the business world.
No.
They
Not
look
at
at
all.
him like an entertainer, basically.
Yeah, it's like
Boom.
having an entertainer as a president. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. So it's like these people that a lot of people see on television. It's like at this point, the television is just entertainment, man. That's all it is at this
Oh
point.
yeah. I
You know,
definitely agree with that.
that's all it is at this point. So it's like anything that you see on television, you kind of have to like, hey, this is just entertainment.
You can't
The news,
take everything serious.
the news is on the news. They're gonna lie, or they're gonna add on to the lie. You know, they'll say some stuff to just blow it up. You know,
Lie all the time. I forget. Sharky, you remember that news reporter? What was his name, man? I can't think of his name, but he got caught up in some lies. They let him go. He was lying about a bunch of stuff when he was over in like Iraq and stuff like that, and talking
what
about he was
channel?
getting. Oh man, I forgot what news channel it was. Was it NBC? I forgot what news channel was it for. I don't remember, man. I just remember it being a big thing, like he was lying about stories and stuff, and they let him go. I can't even remember. I'll have to look at it later. I'm curious, but it goes to show you that even the people giving you the news aren't telling you the truth. So
No, no. A lot of these people are criminals, man. They're criminals, man. They're the real criminals in this country, really. I mean, the guy on the block, he ain't got no power. He might be the man on the corner, but when the cops show up, he gonna put his hand behind his back and he going to jail. that ain't no power.
no. Yeah.
And see, like a lot of us, we kind of in a little fairy tale world. I mean, we walk around thinking that things is the way it is, but it ain't how it is. Really.
No.
Like this world is run through power. That's how this shit works.
And what's crazy? Most people walk around the everyday life not even really knowing what's going on around them. You know what I'm saying? They're so concerned just to be themselves that like they walk in and oblivious, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
anything else that happens is not to them, doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
well, that has a lot to do with people coming over here from other countries too. They don't. So
That's
it's like they don't. They don't. They're not attached to anything that's over here. They're not attached to the land. They're not attached to the resources. The only thing they're attached to is the benefits they get when they first get over here. That's it.
true.
So,
That's
and then
true.
you got to keep in mind, these are average people coming over here. These people are not cream of the crop. You know, they're not the top
Yeah.
guy coming from Mexico or the top guy coming from, I don't know, China or something like that. No,
Mm.
these are, for the most part, they're average women coming over here. So they don't really. The only thing they want to get attached to is the benefits, because see where they came from, average don't work where they came from. You're not going to get no help in Mexico or in China. If you're poor over there, you're just poor. That's what you're going to be.
Right.
And if you're average, that ain't gonna work over there. No,
Mm.
no. You gotta have hustle if you stay and live in these other countries. See, in America, you can come over here, you can be average and bullshit your way around, and some guy's gonna wife you up. No matter how you look, you can be overweight. Who cares? You can have a bunch of kids. Who cares? There's always some guy that's gonna wife a woman up. She don't gotta cook. She don't gotta clean. She can be nasty. She can be filthy. Some guys
Mm.
wanna wife her up, you know.
That's true.
But see
That's
where,
because no one requires nothing. That's why.
yeah, and see where they came from. That's not gonna happen. No. You if you're 35, 40 in a place like Japan, China, these guys are not touching you. Forget about it. You might have some old guy, some dirty old man, probably like 55, 60, he might touch you. But a young guy,
No, nothing.
he don't want that.
And
You know?
Shargam, you're forgetting too. In some of these countries, like be, being like single mother, or you know what I mean, whatever, like, or even being in that kind of position, not even just single mother, but just being in that position alone doesn't even, that's not even like a chance, because
Huh.
marriages are already set up. It's already, when they're at a younger age or whatever, like their family is telling you who is going to marry. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The things that go on over here are eliminated completely in different countries. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. So in these other countries, they look at marriage for what it is. They look at relationships for what it is. It ain't about how you feel or love. Look, if you go to these other countries, start talking about how you feel and you love her, they're gonna be looking at you like you crazy.
Mm.
I'm
Hmm.
serious. They're gonna be looking like, what the hell are you talking about? They might not say anything in your face, and they'll be looking like, what? Oh. They'll be like,
Exactly.
that's how they do
Because
in
feelings
America.
don't
Great.
apply.
Yeah.
Feeling. They don't go based on feelings. They go based on logic and what makes sense. So that's why they take one person, like, okay, you know what, this makes sense. You got this. She's got this. It works. It works for you guys. It works for the family. You know what I mean? That's
Exactly.
that's the way it's gonna go.
They think
It's not
about
any of that.
they think about the family. They
Mm-hmm.
think about the long term big picture for the next
Exactly.
generation. See, in America, when these women come over here, they don't care about no family no more. I don't know what the hell. They make some
Yeah.
transformation in their mind, boy. You know, then all of a sudden they start talking about lifestyle and they get a divorce and I'm getting child support and alimony. I'm like, what?
Ain't
And
no
then
such thing as divorce sharp game in these other countries.
no, that's like looked down upon. You know,
Mm.
that's like then they start talking about how they want a black baby. They always thought about having a black baby and all kind of crazy. And I'm like, what?
Yep.
You know, I mean, if any woman that comes that I hear comes and like talks to me and say, "Hey, I always had a thing for black guys and I always wanted a black baby," I'm like, what? That's a red flag. I'm out.
Oh man.
Now, some guys might take that as a compliment, but nah, I don't take it as a compliment. And then you got some of these women that are idiots. They'll say, I date black males exclusively. I'm like, what?
What does that mean? You date black men
I'm like,
exclusive.
what happened to white guys? They just don't do it for me. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, you're in one of those types.
I mean, you know, like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you gotta be with, you know, someone that you can build with. At the end of the day, if it's, you know, black, white, Spanish, whatever it is, as long as you can build and make moves with that person, you know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. But to exclude yourself just the one type of person, like you can have your preferences,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? Like if your preferences, you know what I mean, end up going somewhere else because something else makes sense, you can't just be like, nah, yeah, that's everything I need, everything I want, but nah, it's not my main preference.
But you know the crazy thing is, a lot of these guys, once they date these other groups of women, and they get dominated, bro. I mean, they they take on, you know, it's like most guys, if they get married to a woman or they ain't got to be married to a woman. If they spend a lot of time with a woman or if they live with a woman, the woman usually take on different habits or or maybe words or you know different, could be anything. She'll pick up that little things from the guy and you'll be able to tell after a couple weeks, couple months or whatever. But when
Yeah.
these guys get married to these women, they take on like habits of the woman. So I'm like, yo, that's kind of backwards. I'm like, what the hell?
It's
You get dominated by a woman, basically.
look, Shark Game, and it happens. It happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because see, you know what people do that sort of mess themselves up is like, you know, a guy will meet a girl and they get married so quick. You know what I'm saying? That the dude doesn't really get to see really what she's about. You know what I'm saying? So then once they get married, you know, she's like, well, you stuck with me now, and then how she really is gonna come out. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
just
And
don't
I
come out.
feel like that happens.
That happens with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So a lot of women will manipulate the guy and finesse the relationship in a way that benefits her, and you know at some point she's gonna be like, man, shit, I don't gotta do all that no more. And then
Exactly.
you gonna come home one day and say, hey, what you cooking today? I ain't cooking nothing.
You better
You're
go in
like,
the kitchen and fix you up something to eat.
I'm like, God
Shit.
damn, what's going on? What's that? What's up with all the attitude?
Honeymoon stage is over.
Yeah, you see, that's part of the problem with a lot of relationships today, because we don't put, people in America, for the most part, they don't put a lot of value on friendships and relationships. You know, the money is important than anything. I'm like, yo, you can't do that. You crazy? Look, the people came before the money. People came before the currency. So, you know, they were bartering and doing all this other shit before the dollar bill came along. So it's like the average person today, it's like they can't get nothing out of you, or if you're not willing to give them something, they don't even want to be bothered with you. They'll just move on and they won't even keep in contact with you, nothing. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I've had people come through, stay with me for like a day or two or a weekend or whatever, leave. Now I never seen and heard from them ever again.
See, and that's what I'm saying, man. Like that's why, like, you know, I be out here just moving and shaking, just doing my thing, man. Because like every time, like, you know, you think like, you know, people are supposed to be like down with you and whatnot, you know. a lot of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, you find out the people that are around you, they're not really down with you. So to me,
No,
it's like, why even waste my time? Same thing
no.
with women too. Half these women, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not really down with you either. You know what I'm saying? You got to
No.
select, but
What I started doing is I deal with women on my own terms. That's how I
yeah.
do it. It's like I deal
Mm-hmm.
with anybody on my own terms. Now this is how I usually lose. If I let them dictate how the relationship is going to be, I lose 100% of the time.
Facts,
A
facts.
100% of the time. Whenever
Facts.
I whenever I go with the flow and let them dictate how the relationship's supposed to go, and wherever they want to go, I'll show up. Whenever they're available, I'll call them. When I take the submissive role, I lose 100% of the time.
You want to know why though, Sharp Game too? It's because when dudes play that whole submissive role and oh, I'll do it, baby. Oh, I was busy, but I'm gonna come right now. You see, women get bored of you. That's the thing. When you just do your own thing and you know what I'm saying, just being a man, like you know what I'm saying, like women respect that. That intrigues them. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to find out more. Because
Yeah,
once a woman knows, yeah, once a woman knows, like, oh, this is all he's gonna do, he'll just do everything I say. She's gonna get bored. You
yeah,
know.
exactly.
And that's
Yeah,
why we see the most time Shark Game when dudes do that middle thing, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the girl ends up leaving him for a dude that he was in the beginning.
that's the dysfunction that's out here.
Yeah. Crazy, man, but it's true.
Yeah, the dysfunction that's in American society.
Mm-mm.
You would think if you treat somebody well that they would appreciate that. But no.
In a
The
perfect
average
world.
person, the average person is so dysfunctional. They don't even see it like that. They see
No,
it as weakness.
exactly. Exactly. The nice guy. That's what
Yeah,
happens. You want to be
like,
the nice guy, you
yeah,
know?
just like this is why like today, well, I've been doing this for like probably 15 years now. Today, when I meet a woman today, I might call them in the beginning 2 to 3 times and just test you know, the the vibe out on the phone or whatever.
So
But after a while, she's doing all the calling. I ain't calling. I ain't even calling. No. Now, the only way I would call is if I wanted to know something. I have to ask her a question or something like that. But just to
mm.
call, but over a long period of time, I'm not going to be calling the way I did in the beginning. She's going to do all the calling
Oh
because
yeah.
what
Has
happens? Because I figured if she's interested in seeing me, she'll call, and that's how it usually happens.
mm. Nah, definitely. That's exactly how it has to be because I mean, in the first place, like a dude shouldn't be having all that time anyway to be calling and shit. They should be about the business, working, making money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Plotting and scheming on how they're gonna make their next business move and stuff like that.
yeah,
I don't got no time to be sitting around. You know what I mean? Let me go call her and see what you know what I mean? Let me go talk and do some pillow
yeah,
talk. Like out of
yeah.
here.
That's what most of your focus should be at. And as a matter of fact, some women respect that. They
Mm.
respect that. If you got a lot of time on your hand, or if you calling them a lot, they don't like that.
Well,
They
women
don't
that
like
got
that.
stuff going for themselves, though, Shark Game. That's the thing. Women that got stuff going for themselves. Turn up Tina and Kamala twerking in the club. You know what I'm saying? They like that.
Well,
they like.
well, they, they're dysfunctional anyway. So you gotta treat them accordingly, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's how that is. There's some girls back home I noticed like that. I'm like, I go home, I see them doing the holidays or whatever, and
You know,
we just hang
yeah.
out. That's it, you know.
We hit Turn Up Tina and Kamala up when we want to go up to Foxwoods or something like that. You know what I mean?
You can't talk nothing serious with them because you know they ain't gonna push through. It
No,
ain't happening. You
no,
know,
not at all.
and some people are just broken.
Mm,
You know, it's
true.
like you can't help everybody. You can't help some people. They gonna be who they gonna be, and that's it. And you need to leave them the hell alone. Let them stay where the hell they at.
Exactly. And you know, Shotgun, I was gonna say when it comes like now with women, like what I do, like when I go out with women, when I'm getting to know someone, like, you know, I ask them questions like I don't just ask like the typical questions. I ask them questions like, you know what I'm saying, like what sort of like an interview, I guess. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
See where their head's about.
yeah.
What you plan on doing for the future? You in school? Like what kind of stuff, you know, you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you know, trying to get a good,
Yeah.
you know, term key things like I don't have a car or I'm in between jobs right then and there. You haven't even made the cut. You're not even gonna you could throw the application away. Like, you know.
I ask questions like, how'd they grow up? You know, stuff like that. I mean, where they grew up at, how'd they grow up? I mean, what type of relationship they have with the parents? You know,
Mm,
I ask them stuff that they have to think about.
yeah.
Some guys will say, "Hey, where you from?"
Yeah,
Where you
no,
where you from? You come here a lot. That the same bullshit questions.
nah,
Yeah, I don't ask
nah.
questions like that. Because she can throw that out real quick. And that's easy. Because she get asked that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
just ask, yeah, go ahead.
I said, I feel like when I'm talking to a girl and you know I'm trying to get to know her and things like that, like family and things like that, like I feel like that's important. But like off top, I'm trying to see like where her mind's at. If she's driven, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah,
know, are you in school? Like, if not, you know what I'm saying? What kind of career path are you going into, or are you at? You know what I'm saying? Just like you know, is she, you know, well spoken and things like that, you know.
yeah,
So, because at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm not trying to waste no time, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, you know, I'm trying to like when you're moving and shaking, you're trying to build things, you know, you're looking for someone to, you know, to build with, you know what I mean. I mean,
yeah,
if I'm going out having a good time for the night, that's something totally different, you know what I mean.
yeah. That is totally different. You know, and it's like how a woman grew up. That's very important because that's going to shape how she thinks and shapes how she see the world.
True.
And at a certain age, all of us have to make a decision. Are you going to take the red pill or the blue pill? You know, you
That's
know what I'm saying?
true.
It's like if you take the red, hey, you see things for what it is. You take the blue, I'm gonna just drift off and follow the status quo. Take what I can get. You know, act like shit don't exist. Well, everyone, I think every guy, especially, at a certain point, has to make that decision which way I'm gonna go. And see, when you
Mm,
get with a woman should be like a breath of fresh air, kind of like a commercial. She should be
mm,
a representation of you,
yeah.
you know. And it's all about cooperation. That's really the key. I mean, if you know, you shouldn't have to struggle or negotiate and do all that bullshit. Even though some guys have relationships with women like that, they have that the the trick hole type of relationship or the
Mm,
provider. He's the provider. He's taking care of me. I run the show. And if people have that type of relationship, that's cool. But I'm not talking about that. I'm not having. I no one ever told me I have to have a relationship like that.
you
I'm
can't like you can't build as much with that though. Sharp game. Both
no,
people
you
need to be
can't.
hustling.
You can't because it's all about her. You know.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
the only person that's going to be building anything is her.
That's that's true. That's true though, man. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying? Like,
unless you were established before you got with her, okay, but you're not gonna be. She 9 times out of 10, she's not gonna be supporting you with anything. Nope,
that,
you're on your own, buddy.
mm-hmm.
You might have to get another woman to support you. When it comes to
That that's another
anything
thing
else.
too. That's
You know.
another thing too. You
Yeah.
know,
So that's the downside of having those type of relationships like that. They if you got that type of relationship, is she's not really gonna help you or support you with anything. You know, she might show up during the holidays with you, but shit, anything that's
yeah.
important to you,
She's not gonna be down with it.
she's not gonna be down with it.
And that's true though. If you know what I'm saying, that's true. Most a lot of women like when you date them, and I'll even say for myself, I'll use myself as an example. Like out of all the women that I dated, there was very select few that was like down with the movement, that was down to really try to build something and try to like get shit going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
More. Mhm.
most most people you meet are gonna come in and they're gonna leave. That's just
Yeah.
reality.
They want to have fun. A lot of them just want to they want to live in the moment, not for the future. That's the thing. And then that's
Yeah,
just people in general.
yeah. Most they just want to have a good time. Everything has to feel good. It has to be like if things get uncomfortable for too long, it's time to move on.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's
That's
like let me tell you when I knew. It's like when I knew like who cared about me. This is, you know, you're gonna find out who cares about you when something happens in your life. Maybe somebody might pass away. Maybe you might be in a tight situation financially, or something that means a lot to you. If when it happens, and if the people that finds out about it somehow through you or indirectly or whatever, this is when you're gonna find out who's really down with you. You're gonna find out real
hmm
fast too. You're
yep.
not gonna even have to figure it out. It's gonna be so obvious.
And it's usually the people that you least expect that are the
Yeah,
ones to come and see what's going on with you. And the people that you thought would come and see what's going on with you, they're not even around when you really need them. So it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. That's how it happens, man. It's crazy. I remember when my mom passed away, man, and I was in at the time I was just outside of Myrtle Beach, right? Probably like 30 minutes from
Okay.
Myrtle Beach. And one of my friends called me and she was in Charlotte at the time. And she called and asked me if I was okay. You holding it together. I mean, how she's like, I know you don't feel good. I know you feel bad or whatever, you know, because her mom passed away too, so she could relate. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me tell you what surprised me. She was willing to drive 4 hours away to come see me if need be.
Wow.
Yeah, I told her, I said, no,
Mm.
you don't gotta do that. yeah,
Woo.
yeah.
You want
Now,
to come see me? Yeah.
yeah, that
Wow.
shit surprised the hell out of me. I didn't think, you
That
know,
shows you. That shows
yeah,
you those shark game.
yeah. So I mean, I had a lot of my friends. They were checking up on me and seeing if I was okay, whatever. If you need anything, call me. I'll keep checking up on you over the next couple days or next couple weeks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that shit. I mean, I wasn't surprised about the people that I been friends with for a long time, but it was like 2 to 3 people that I haven't known very long. Maybe uh 2 to 5 years tops. That really surprised me. I'm like, damn, shit. I
They
didn't.
didn't even come out to see you or nothing.
No, they was willing to. That's what surprised me.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying people that didn't too.
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, the people that I've known for a long time, they was there. Of course. But it was like 3 people that I haven't known very long that they reached out, and they kept checking up on me, and I was surprised because they had to do that because I don't really know them that well. You know what I'm saying?
But it showed you the loyalty that they have for you. It showed you, you know what I mean, like you said, that they cared about you, and it's people like that that you got to keep, in your circle, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's like because a lot of people out here today, people they don't care about you.
Nah, they'll get what they get out of you, and then once they got it, they're gone. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When they can't
Exactly.
benefit, they out.
People don't see the value of friendship. I mean, people they can really have hangout buddies more than anything else. Associates. It's
Yeah,
like holidays they hang out. They go to the club, they hang out. They go to the conference, they hang out. They go to the party. But outside of that, I mean, they don't do very much of anything. It's some people that I've talked to, they've been friends for 10, 20 years. And
right.
I be like, yo, have y'all done anything? Y'all made any money together or on the side, outside of work or all
You
these
know,
years?
you know
Nope.
what it is, shark game right there. A lot of people, that I find that like are close to your circle. You know what I'm saying? That you're really close to. You're making money with them. You're doing some sort of business with them. You know what I'm saying? Those tend to me, a lot of like what I see is like people like that are in your life that you're doing business with, making moves with. Those tend to be the most people that you're spending your time with. That, you know what I'm saying, are there a lot of the time during your life. But it's more the people that are just in and out, sort of like the people that just come around, like you said, for the holidays or for the party. Those people usually are the ones that are coming in and out. But the people that you're building stuff with, those people tend to be in your life for a longer period of time.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's kind of like, it's just weird how a lot of people function.
It is. It
It's really
is.
weird, man. It's like I give you an example. It's this uh this chick I've been known for like about 6 years. She
Mm.
doesn't talk on the phone, yo. She just texts.
Oh,
And then she
wow.
told me this shit too. She's like, yo, I don't like really talking on the phone. I prefer just texting.
Ah.
How you gotta take somebody serious like that?
She just want to text buddy.
Yeah. But it's like if I come to town, if I go to Charlotte, oh, she's ready to see me like ASAP. I'm like, yo, I haven't talked to you in like forever, yo.
Yo, what do you mean? I texted you.
I mean, why would you want to see somebody that you haven't talked to in like years? There's no
Hmm,
connection there. It's kind of like, okay,
exactly.
you get together and you gotta just fuck and leave. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying you need to, talk on the phone every day, but every once in a while, you know what I mean? Pick up the phone, you know what I'm saying? Chop it up for a little bit. But I mean, if you don't even talk on the phone, just text. I mean, you
And
know,
that's the dysfunction.
yeah, something's up with that.
Yeah, it's like uh, this is why it's like that's the dysfunction that lies in America.
Man,
you know,
crazy. It's true, but it's
you know.
crazy.
But you gotta, today we at a point where you gotta kind of run your life like a business. Really, you can't really let anybody in. You gotta really filter out. You gotta give people like a test run.
You gotta be selective. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do the background check.
Yeah,
you know?
that's really how you got to do it today, man. Because you just never know, man. You know, it's why it takes time to really get to know people. It's like I've been around the same people for like, jeez, 10, 20 years. Really, I don't really meet new people. I mean, I meet a lot of new people, but I don't let new people in very often. I'm talking like I might let a new person in. This is just my numbers.
Right.
Every 5 years, I'll let like maybe 1 to 2 people in to my circle. Yeah, every 1 to 5 years. That's how it's been. But then I know some people, they'll hang with anybody and invite anybody over to the house. Oh, I'm like, yo.
See, now I used to be like that Shark Game before. I used to just like, I'd meet people and then I'd be like, you know what? You know what I mean? Like they'd be like, yo, let's chill, let's get out there. And I was always hanging out. I was always meeting people. I was always letting people in. So then it got to the point where I was like, all right, all these people is not benefiting you. They don't have your best interest. So you know what I mean? Like I stopped doing all that, man. I meet people every day, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, who I let in and who I let into my circle, that's a whole different agenda, man. Like I don't just let anybody in. I'm the same. I'm like that too, Sharp Game. Like me, like I don't really have time to be out here trying to make all these new friends and shit. I'm just really, trying to stay business minded. And when you're business minded like yourself, you know what I'm saying? You don't have time to be letting people in and, being like, hey, let's get to know each other, all this other stuff, because you got things you're trying to do. So it's like the people that are close, that's why they say, like you said, Shark Game, what was that metaphor, whatever you use, the more successful you get, the less people that's going to be around you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. The more successful you get, your circle shrinks,
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be isolated.
Yeah.
It's gonna be you and a couple people that you have around you. That's it. They say it's lonely at the top. And that's true. It's not a lot of people, because what's gonna happen is you're not gonna be able to relate to a lot of people, and they're not gonna be able to relate to you. And a lot of these women, especially, they're gonna be intimidated to be around you.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, see, if they know if they stay around you, they got to step their game up, and they can't manipulate you with all that bullshit.
Exactly. You're gonna require something where they can go mess with, what's the name down the street, and he doesn't require anything, so they can run game on him. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like it's gonna be uncomfortable being around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because most girls don't want to stay game up. So now I definitely hear you.
Yeah. So that's what happens. It's like, and I didn't even know this until a couple women told me this. They said I had a dominating personality, and they were intimidated. I'm like, why you were intimidated, because they say you speak your mind and you don't you're always the same around anybody, regardless of who comes around. You speak your mind and you know what you want. So I'm like, shit, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Nothing wrong. That's how it should be. You know what I mean? Most dudes should be like that. You know what I mean?
But they really don't. A lot of women are uncomfortable with that. They really prefer the guy that they can dominate and tell them what to do. And
the beta.
Yeah, the beta guy, basically. Yeah, because the guy, you got to think about it. Those are the guys you see on television.
Yeah.
The majority, So, it's like who you stare at, that's who you want, that's who you become. Or if you're a woman, that's who you want.
It's true.
That's what it's true.
And that's why they say, you know what I'm saying? Women treat men how they respect them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, those women that has said you had a dominant personality, you know what I mean? They're knowing that, to mess with you, they're gonna have to step their game up, and that's the thing. A lot of women aren't looking to go over and beyond. You know what I'm saying? They're looking to just run the show and, you know, how they take me as I am, which a beta dude or a dude that doesn't stand for anything, you know, that's perfect for them because they can run game all day. But
Oh,
you can't do that with dudes with the shit together that, you know, have a strong head on their shoulder like us, man, like about their business. You
there's
know?
no man. There's no man that feel good about himself is gonna put up with all that bullshit.
No, but you got to realize too, Shark Game. There's a lot of thirsty dudes out here, like we talked about before, and you know, that's a scary thing, man. Like,
Yeah,
dudes.
a lot of these guys, they'll do anything for some pussy.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
God,
It's Yo, Shark Game. I told you I was at Walmart. I think this is like a month ago. I don't know if I told you this or not. But I was waiting in line, and this dude he was with this girl, and I guess she had told him to get something else, and I guess he got like the wrong thing. I forgot what it was, what kind of food it was, but whatever. But she starts flipping out. She's like, "Nigga, I told you to go get the thing." He just sitting there, she's like, "Whoop-de-whoop, go get that shit right now. I'ma wait here." Yo, this dude literally looked around, got the stuff, went back, man. She put her cart to the side, came right back. Nothing. No hesitation, just took it. Now, was she a bad chick? She was. Was he simping out? Absolutely. I'm telling you, Shark Game.
disrespect.
I couldn't, in the middle of Walmart, man. In the middle of Walmart, I could not believe it. I was like, wow. And she really just stood there.
You
She
showed
said,
her ass.
man, everyone was looking too. I was like, wow, in the middle, man. This nigga, what is this? I told you to get this. I was like, whoo, man. See,
Yeah,
and you know what's crazy? I know for damn well when they leave, he's not gonna check that girl. He didn't even check her there, let alone in the car. He ain't gonna check her.
no, he didn't. No. See, what happened is he done let shit go too far. You know what I'm saying? Shit happened before that. He let it slide. You know what I'm saying? So it reached a point where she's not afraid of him. She's not afraid of what might happen. Of no consequences. You know, so she feel like she can say whatever she want. He ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. A lot of guys don't understand, and we talked about this too before Shark Game. But you know, when your girl gets out of pocket, you know, like I said, you don't need to, you know, wild out at her in the middle of public or whatever. But you got to check her ass after that, so she knows, hey, you're not playing that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not how you get down. But when you simp out for girls and you let that stuff happen, shit, you gonna have a monster on your hands.
You gonna have some problems. Once at that point in a relationship like that, it's best for him to just leave.
Oh yeah, but he probably won't. He won't until something bad happens. Because I saw. I mean,
that's the problem. See, that's the problem. Something bad is going to happen. It's going to get violent. You know, that's when the cop get involved, and you be like, "Oh shit, this shit ain't worth it, man." You know, it could have all been avoided if he was just get the hell up out of that shit.
And most dudes don't understand. They gotta look at women like a car, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, looks deteriorate over time. What's all that's left is gonna be behavior. So if she's bad, but
I'm glad you brought that up.
Go ahead, Shark Gang, get him with it.
Because a lot of these other guys talking about how good looking a lot of these other groups of women are. I be like, look, let me tell you something. A lot of these other women, they don't age well, buddy. They look good when they're young. But when they hit late 30s, 40s, 50s, shit. Your ass is gonna be, you ain't gonna be attracted to her no more.
And get this, you know, yo, Shotgun, but you know what's crazy though? So that girl, right? That same girl, they end up they simped out for her. She was bad. Got her when she was younger. You know, then they had kids with her or whatever. Now the whole time, her attitude, her mindset, not submissive, always talking back. So now you've had 1, 2 kids with her. Now she's getting older. She's not looking like that good no more. Now you're like, damn, like before I was just dealing with her for the looks, but now, like, you know what I'm saying? And now you're stuck with it. Now all you're left is with the behavior, that nagging.
Yeah, see, this happens. A lot of guys, well, a lot of women, believe it or not, they think the older they get, the higher their stock value get. This kind of, I don't know how they come up with this shit. A lot of women out there that's like this. They think the older they get, somehow you should give them more respect because they're much older. I'm like, no, it's the opposite. The older you get, the less value you are.
Yeah, a lot of older women think that, man. I hear them say that. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm
Now
saying? Like,
you might have more life experience. You got your 9 times out of 10 you got kids. You got mental baggage. But you can't compete with them young girls.
that's what I'm saying. And it stems down to the older women. They're being jealous of the younger chicks. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to trick their minds, still thinking like, yeah, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you should be lucky.
Well,
this is flaming yam. You're not used to this.
now there's always exceptions to the rule. Now, if you're in some place like LA, Miami, New York, I'm gonna say Houston, Dallas, that's about it. Now you might there's some 50-year-olds. You'd be like, okay.
Yeah, but the select few sharp game for the majority.
Yeah, very small. Very small.
Yeah. I hate that shit, man, when women say that sharp game.
Older women, they can't compete with these young girls out here, man.
But they think they can. That's the funny thing. They'll sit there and be like, oh, you should be lucky. This, like I said, this is flaming young. It's like, man, that was flaming young years ago. not what I'm getting right now.
Yeah. You know what I think is crazy? A lot of guys will get married to a woman with 2, 3, 4 kids. I'm like, are you crazy?
Oh man,
that's the craziest thing, man. I never understand that.
Yeah, man.
Like, he thinks he got him a hell of a woman. I'm like, oh no, all you got is a woman with a wore-out vagina. That's all you got. I mean, if she got 3, 4, 5 kids, one guy told me, well, the kids is over 18 now. I'm like, so what? You don't got to take care of them in the household, but okay, but so what?
You still getting the scraps, man. You know what I mean? And they women with kid shark game alone of itself, man. I've done it before, man, and it's, man, I won't do it again.
It's a headache.
You're gonna smile. My thing is, if you're gonna start your family, start your own family first. You know what I'm saying? If you're dating somebody that's got kids and you got kids, that's cool. But you go in there, a single dude, thinking you're gonna be getting star treatment over there, and she's got 2, 3 kids running around talking about she got her shit straight. She don't got her shit straight. You know what I mean? Yeah. She might be looking bad. That's why a lot of dudes simp out for the single mothers, because a lot of them, they look good. You know what I'm saying? But the baggage. Whew.
That's a lot of these single women. That's why they keep up their looks. They go to the gym, all that shit. Get the hair done, everything, because they know that's all they got.
Yeah. All they got. Then you're like, yeah, everything's going good. So you got kids? Oh yeah, I got 3. Oh shit.
That bitch is struggling, man.
You trying to come over?
That bitch struggling, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
It's like, let's keep it real.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too when you deal with that shit with single mother shark.
My mom put me on to that shit when I was younger.
Oh, yeah?
She's like, all these single women out here, these 2, 3 kids. She's like, man, these women looking for help.
True.
Hey, don't let them fool you. She's like, don't let them fool you. They'll act like they got a good job or might got a nice house. You're like, man, these women, they're struggling, man. You know?
Yeah. They'll pull it off like they're not Shark Game. You know, you'll
Yeah.
have a good time with them. They'll fuck the shit out of you like their life
Oh,
depends on it.
hell yeah. Oh, boy,
Because their
that'll
life
be,
literally does depend on it, Shark Game.
yeah, boy, that'll be some of the best sex you
It
might
is.
ever have.
Oh man.
They'll do whatever. If they think, you know, the funny thing is, if they think, are you seriously thinking about being with them? Shit.
Oh,
She's not gonna give you a hard time at all.
no,
You
not
know,
at all.
not at all. But I tell you what, as soon as she thinks that you're pulling back, she gonna stop doing all that shit.
Oh yeah, she gonna go crazy. Especially if you get with one and you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you've been with her for a while and you know, you support her and her kids and you're like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more. They're going crazy. I've
Yeah,
had that happen too.
yeah.
They're going crazy. If you put any kind of investment into them and you know what I'm saying, she's better off than how she was, forget about it.
Yeah, she
Forget
might
about
lose
that.
it more. Yeah,
Oh, she did.
yeah. You know, I had this experience too. You know, but it's just I come to single women. It's just best. You know, just
Stay in your lane. That's
that's
what
it.
it is.
Just don't do it. I'm telling you, it's just
Mm.
it's way too complicated. You got to deal with the baby father. You don't know how he is. You know, he's
Yeah.
probably still hitting it on the low, and you know,
Oh, that's another thing too. That's another thing too that a lot of guys don't understand. The baby father's still hitting that shit, man. I don't,
yeah, in most
especially if the
cases,
baby's young.
in most
Mm-hmm.
cases they are. You know, she'll talk shit about him, but he's still hitting it though. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm like, and then another thing a lot of guys don't realize when it comes to the guy that they had the baby with, the woman has a special relationship with him, and it's going to be like that forever.
Yep.
You know, see, a lot of guys are trying to be better than that guy. That's it's not going to happen, buddy. You can forget
Mm-hmm.
about that. No, now she might be into you, but you ain't gonna be better than the baby father. You can forget about that, buddy.
It's
Because
not
what
gonna
happens
happen.
is, I said, you have to realize that in her mind, her psyche, she's looking at the kids every day. When you look at the kids, she's looking at the father. That's in her mind, you know. So unless you have a baby with her,
You ain't
okay.
competing. You're not in the race. You
But
know.
exactly. So I
It's
said, hey,
just.
yeah, that's not gonna happen, buddy. You know.
Mm.
So a lot of guys don't are not aware of that too, and you know they start trying to like, they like in a race trying to outdo what the baby father did and all this shit or whatever. But
And most don't understand too Shark Game, like when especially when the baby's young too. Like if you dating a girl and the baby's like, you know what I'm
baby,
saying?
oh man, shit,
Yeah,
oh
1, 2, 3, like you know what I'm saying, thinking that he's not still hitting that. Now I could see maybe like the kids 10, 11, you know, even though you know what I'm saying, in my mind I'm realistic, like yo, that could still be going on, but you know, it's definitely more likely if the kid's at a younger age,
oh,
and
no
you
doubt
know,
about it, no doubt about it. If she had a baby with that dude and the baby's like a couple months or 2 or 3, he's still hitting that pussy.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the other thing too, Shark Game, the most dudes, and this is, you know what I'm saying, like this shit happened to me as well back when I was simping out too, you know, dating girls with kids and stuff like that. It don't matter what you do at, for her, the child, or whatever. At the end of the day, baby father comes in, whispers some sweet things in her ear. It don't matter if you put 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 years. She's gone because at the end of the day, she always wanted that family with him. That's something you could never give, you know. And a
Exactly.
lot of dudes don't get that.
Exactly. That's that's why you should not even get caught up into that. You know, don't even
Mm-hmm.
get involved with her. If you want to hit it, okay, go ahead, knock yourself out. But
Right.
don't be spending the night over there all the time. Don't be
No.
going to dinner with her, taking her and the kids out, or
Don't
going
even
on
go
vacation.
around the kids. That's another thing. If you just hit, don't even bother. Don't even, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been women that I knew had kids. I never seen the kids, and I was happy I didn't see the kids
Yeah, I
because
don't want to see the kids.
I knew I wasn't gonna be around long anyway. So I was happy. I was like, shit, that's good, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So and a lot of these dudes, they don't play around with their kids anyway. They don't, So a lot of these women, they kind of know better, you know. So they don't bring their kids around a lot of guys,
Yeah.
unless it's a white guy. That's true, man. That's true. That's true.
Oh man, Sean game.
Yeah.
You killed me, man. Nah, man. But you gotta you gotta play it smart when it comes to that, and you gotta know what time it is, or you're gonna end up being stupid. I mean, looking
That's
stupid.
why.
I'm sorry.
That's why I said. That's why I deal with women. You gotta deal with women on your own terms. You gotta play the position you want to play.
Exactly.
Don't play the position she wants you to play.
Yep.
Because let me tell you what happened to me a few times. It's been a few times. A couple of these women try to treat me like a trick. Yeah, that's
Mm-mm.
happened to me before. I mean, like, they'll proposition you. I'm like, what? I'm
What are you talking about, huh?
like,
You don't
nah,
play
I
that.
can't do that.
Uh,
And
nah,
let me tell
you.
you what happened. This is
Mhm.
how it happened to me. It might happen differently for every guy, but the woman will she'll let you smash and everything. Maybe one or two times, and then later on that day or the next day, she'll call you up and be like, "Hey, could you help me with this? Could you help me with that?" I'm like, "What?"
Mm. Yep.
I'm like, no,
Hmm.
I can't do it."
That's
And
how it goes, little.
then I had one woman. She was bold with it. She was like, I think what happened is, she stayed with me that night, which that was a mistake. You know, I was. Actually, no, she didn't stay with me. She came over and she left late. And
Hmm.
I, and I told, and what happened is she passed out. I mean, she passed the hell out, knocked out cold. I was like, oh man, I gotta get her out of here because I was supposed to go out with me and my cousin at the time. So I'm like, it's 11 o'clock. I'm like, oh man, I gotta get her up out of here. You know,
Damn.
because my cousin's supposed to come pick me up like 12:30, right? And she's
Yep.
knocked out snoring
Damn,
like
you
a.
gave it a shot. You gave it a
Snoring,
wizard game. He gave it a wizard
yeah.
game.
She was snoring like a bullfrog. So I'm like, I gotta get her up out of here, man. So so what I did is I know, I started rubbing on her. I said, yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully this shit work. That didn't work. So
Man.
so what I did, I started rubbing her between the legs. I said, yeah, god damn it. And she thought I was gonna roll her over and continue, but nope. So that woke up. And so she called her daughter. Her daughter picked her up, and the next day, I was off work, and
Hmm.
she came over about probably like 6, 7 o'clock, and her son was outside in the car. She got out the car, came upstairs, and was like, she said, she needs some money. I said, what?
The,
Yeah,
oh
I
man.
need some money. I said, what for and how much you need? Right? I knew the answer was no anyway. You know,
Yeah, you going
play
to
along with
mind that. Yeah.
it. Play along with it. And she said she needs some money to pay her bills, utility bills, whatever. So I said, I can't pay out that much money. I don't get paid until Friday, right? So she said, this is her exact word. She said, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have came over last night and gave you my money. That's what she said, man.
Should have been like, well, you did, bitch. Peace. And just shut the door on her.
So I never seen her again. That's the last time I seen her.
She said, you ain't give me nothing. It's like, you'd be like, chick, I gave you a good night's sleep.
She was bold with it, man. You know?
Yeah, some women they bold with it, but and that's the thing too. Depending on the type of chick, a lot of chicks they always there's always a motive. There's always a reason for why women do things. So you know what I'm saying? Like you might be like, oh, I smashed this chick, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like she knows what it is, and da 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 da. But then one time you go over there, you know what I mean? You pass out. She's going through your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And starts hitting up your girl and shit. You like, yo, I thought you said, you know what I'm saying? You knew what was good. Oh, fuck that. You're not gonna be over here fucking me, fuck her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
That's
women,
why
you gotta take
that's
what they
why
say for granted.
that's why I stopped letting a lot of people like come over to where I live at. Because
Mm,
I realized that, when people come over, they can really get to know you much better. They look at the pictures you have on the wall, they look at the
mm,
books you read, they look at the music you listen to, they look at the food you eat, they look
or
at the television, what you look at. So I realized that uh, people would take that and use it against you.
that's true.
So
That's true.
like I kind of like I stopped letting people come over my house that I don't trust and that I
Right.
don't know very well. Because it's like you know sometimes uh especially if you live in a like apartments that's not gated or housing neighborhood that's not gated. People can come in and come out as they want, basically. You know,
No, exactly.
so it's like I'm very very careful who I let them people know where I live and let them come over any of that shit.
You
Really.
have to be. You got to have those boundary shark game. If you just letting everybody come into your house whenever they feel like they can just show up, I mean, you're really not having, respect for yourself or, you know what I mean, your own privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like your own peace of mind. So it's like, those who get to actually come to your house, should feel like, some sort of, honor, like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't let just anybody come to my house. Know what I'm saying? That's why, and when people let a lot of people come to the house and stuff, that's when you start hearing things going missing and you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like all that other things getting broke and
Yeah. Yeah. Especially like living where I live. Uh, it's like in this area, it's kind of like people, especially women, they go about things very different. Down here, they kind of have like their own little culture down here. It's like
mm,
I give you an example. If somebody says, um, uh, if someone keeps coming over your house a lot, or keep asking you to come over your house a lot, and let's say you married, right?
okay.
And to you it's kind of like, no big, not a big deal, right? But if they
Yeah.
keep coming over your house at nighttime and they stay 1, 2, 3 in the morning, it might not be a big deal to you, but to her, she got
Mm,
plans.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now, like outside of Atlanta area, it's kind of like if you're in a smaller town, it's kind of like, oh, she's a nice girl. She just like coming over. That's it. In Atlanta, she might be a nice girl, but she probably wants a threesome with y'all.
Mm.
if
Atlanta's
she's
wild, man.
if she's coming over at your house and staying at your house after midnight, countless amounts of times, coming over drunk, drinking, and she's, you know, sitting on the couch, doing the I call it the sitting on the couch trying to get close to you or your
Yeah,
wife, she probably got some type of intentions behind that, you know.
yeah. She doing a sideways shuffle. You already know.
Yeah, yeah, or if something else I've experienced here too lately. They'll say something like they usually ask if a woman start asking you a lot of questions, like hey uh can you come out at this such and such time? You know,
Mm,
I'll be like, yeah, I can come out anytime I want or whatever. And
yeah.
they'll be like, well, um, is do you go to private adult parties?
Right? That's crazy. That
Yeah,
wild, huh? That wild like that out there. Shit.
yeah, yeah.
Ah, damn.
I'm
Mm,
telling you. So it's like, but they won't do this they'll do this once they gotten to knowing you better over time. It
mm.
won't happen like initially or the second time. It might not even the third time they meet you. This will happen after like weeks or months later. You know,
Okay.
that's how it
Still,
usually
man.
because to go to like them those private parties, you have to get invited. You have to know somebody.
Oh, all right. It's like a the little club or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like a
Conversation.
club. Yeah,
You
yeah.
probably got
It
like
is a club,
member fees and shit.
huh?
They probably got member fees and shit.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. So you like there's some of them that's open to the public, but I heard them shits is garbage. Yeah, so
That's
it's like
something though.
yeah, that's up. So it's like you got to be careful of you know how people say things, because they think they might mean one thing and you might think something else here. It's
Mm,
kind of like if you meet a couple outside, like when you're out and about in public, maybe at the bar, restaurant, club, or whatever, and the wife or could be the husband might walk
mm.
up to you and say, hey, my wife, she likes you. She wants to spend time with you. She wants you to come over sometime.
And you're just standing there like,
Yeah, yeah. It's like that here.
is this a
You know,
joke? I'd be like, what?
yeah. Or
Wow.
the wife might come over. You know, because sometimes some guys, and this is another thing I realized, some guys, even though let's say they're in open relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been together for a long time. I don't know, 5, 10, 20 years. Even though they're in an open relationship, a lot of these guys are still insecure. So I'm like,
Wow.
how the hell you can be
That's
insecure
crazy.
and y'all have an agreement? That
Yeah.
don't make no sense.
That's wild, man. That's really wild.
Yeah, I remember one time there was a guy. that well, actually a couple I met when I first got here, like my first year. And I used to hang out in Buckhead, right?
Mm.
At this bar called the Hudson Grill. And this dude um came up to me out of the blue one day. I mean, well, I mean I talked to him a couple times, but I didn't I usually talk to his wife when we're watching the football game, right? And he was
Okay.
like, yo, man, he's like, you know what I don't understand? I said, what's that? He's like, why the hell do my wife like you? I'm like,
What?
shit, I don't know, man. You gotta ask her that, I guess. I don't know. I said, then I was like, what did she say? He was like, it's not what she says, it's how she responds every time she sees you. So I'm like, well, what she gets, I don't know. How does she respond? He said she gets excited and says, hey, hello. She gets your attention or whatever. But he said she doesn't do that to anybody else in here. Well, I said, man,
Yeah.
I guess you got to talk to her about that shit. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Right.
You know.
Shit.
So this guy, I could tell by just talking to him and looking at him in his eyes, he's very insecure about that shit. It really,
Mm.
he acted like it didn't bother him, but it really did.
And that's and women can and the crazy thing is his own security. That's one of the reasons. Maybe that's why she's out here because she knows he's not confident in himself. She wants a confident man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not one that always has to second guess himself. You know what I mean? That's another thing. A lot of dudes second guess themselves. Sharp game, and that's another turn off to women as well. I believe.
Yeah, that's because most people, most guys especially, they they searching for that validation. This goes back to that. That's that they
Yep.
want women to love them. They want women to understand them. But I don't really think it matters. They can.
You,
I don't think it really matters.
mm,
They can let them figure that out down the line.
yeah. No, exactly.
It's kind of like it just doesn't really matter if they understand you or not, or if they, you know, how they really. Let me tell you what really matters to me
Respect and
today.
loyalty. That's
Yeah,
respect and
yeah,
loyalty is what matters to
yeah,
me, man. You know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I heard who said this shit? D.L. Hughley said something. It was funny as shit, but it was some
What?
real shit. He said, at this point in my life, man, you know what? I really don't give a damn how women feel about me at all. He said, I only care about how I feel about them. He said,
Mm.
they can fake it. I don't care. They can fake how they feel about me. I don't care.
Oh man. Wow, dude, man, that's crazy. He said they can fake it. I don't
He
care.
said, I don't really care how they feel about me. I only care how I feel about them. And I thought about
Oh,
that shit when he said that. And I was like, you know what? That's some real shit.
that is the real shit.
Because
Oh
he said,
man.
he's kind of he's in an open relationship, him and his wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been together
I didn't
since
know.
high school, basically. You know.
I didn't know they were in an open relationship.
Yeah, yeah. He said basically he said he can do what he want. He said his wife know he coming back home, and
Mm.
he ain't leaving no other. He ain't leaving her for another woman. He said that ain't gonna happen. But he
And
said,
doesn't that go back to what we had said about the open relationships, how they last, how people open relationships last a very long time, way longer than other people's relationships, because
yeah,
they realize one person's not going to be able to just fulfill them for the rest of their life.
especially being a entertainer. Forget about it.
Yeah.
No,
Nah.
I mean, yeah, it's groupies everywhere.
They're all over the place, man. At that point, pussy's being thrown at you. You ever know?
Yeah, easy access.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these guys get exploited too.
Yeah.
They get exploited, and they get embezzled. You know, all kind of shit be going on. A lot of these guys. You know, a lot of these guys get exploited, and you never hear about it though, because they just pay out the money and just let the chick keep it moving, because they don't want it. They don't want that bad press.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
a
A
lot of
lot
these
of cases you
a lot of these rappers, they get exploited all the time.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, they do.
You know,
Shit. It's crazy, but it's true. And then some of them it happens, you know what I'm saying? And people find out and they're like, all right, like look at Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got caught, he's like, all right, fuck
I didn't really understand what happened. What was his situation? He just
he
came
was
out and said he cheated, right? That's basically it.
yeah, he was messing around. But you gotta realize though, the his wife that he married now is the same woman that he cheated on his first wife with. That's the woman that he cheated on recently that got caught. So it's like that
Oh,
goes back to what we were saying even before. Those who do dirt with you will do dirt on you. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
that-
just
y'all gotta pay attention, man. Y'all gotta get this game we giving
that's
out,
just,
man.
that's
Honestly.
just stupid.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't you can't settle down with the same woman that you did the dirt with. That
yeah.
that
And
ain't
then
gonna work.
and guess what? She was pregnant too. So I was just like, and I mean, as far as I know, I mean, I ain't follow really too much after that. But I mean, as far as I know, they're still together. But I mean, she could do some stuff like as soon as she has the baby, divorce him, take half his shit. His empires. You know.
Of course.
So,
Hopefully, you sign a prenup. You know,
yeah.
but a lot of these, the
Hopefully.
funny thing for a lot of these guys, I think they really think these women like them for who they are. I think
Mm.
they really, I think a lot of these guys really, really think that the majority of these women like them.
Well, they have
I
a.
really, I really do believe that.
No,
Yeah.
I do. But that just shows that they don't have a good judge of character, Shark Game. You know what I'm saying? Because take it like this, Shark Game. Say you inherit or you win, $10 million, $20 million, whatever, right? Now, I know for damn well that women ain't gonna be able to just run game on you because you get the game. Same thing with me. If I got $10 million, we're not gonna be able to run game on us like that because we know the game. Most of these dudes, they don't know the game. They just got a lot of
Uh,
money. That's the
yeah, they don't.
problem. You know, it goes hand in
Nah, they don't.
hand.
Nah, a lot of them don't, man. Plus, they got a lot of yes men around them. You
Yeah,
know,
that's true.
they don't really have nobody to tell them the truth. In most
Mm.
cases, everyone is kissing their ass all day long. You know,
Uh,
so a lot of that has to do. I mean, look at Tiger Woods.
oh
That
man.
that shit was awful. You know,
Oh
now
man.
you know Tiger Woods ain't had it like that. You
No.
know he had to had somebody hooked him up with these women. You know he didn't do it by himself.
Of
He's just not.
course. Of
He's
course.
he's not that type of guy. You know. But at the end of the day, he ended up taking the fall, and they ended up getting exploited.
He took a big fall too, man.
Yeah, and then first he got married to the nanny. That's the first mistake he made.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
he got
Uh,
married basically. He got married to the hoe. That's basically what she was. You know,
mm.
he was she used to be somebody else's nanny too. I forgot who it was. But most nannies, whenever you hear that term nanny, that means you just a house hoe. That's all it is. That's really all it is.
It's true.
Yeah, that's all it is. A lot of these women come from overseas. The majority of them. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, why wouldn't they? Shit, the way they didn't really have much going on where they was at, and they can come to America, live free. Plus, that family put them in the will. So they like a part of the family. So all you got to do is, you know, help take care of the kids, help cook a little bit, take care of the household. And as soon
Mm-hmm.
as the husband get tired of the wife, you got to break him off a little bit every once in a
Mm-hmm.
while. And y'all, you know, you go hang out with the wife, go hang out with her friends, get drunk, do whatever y'all do. And
Yep.
the wife might be bisexual. You never
Hey,
know.
never know. Shit.
And
Never
see, when
know.
the kids get older, teenage years, or maybe when the kids leave home or whatever, then the nanny, she can leave then. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if she don't find nobody else to find somebody to get married to. But yeah, but if the when the kids get older, usually, and they leave, she can leave, you know, and then they give her a little package deal, cash, a car, place to stay, a job, and that's what it is. You know?
Hey, some people it works, man. Some women, you know what I mean? That's what they want to be, you know?
Yeah, some women are willing to be the household, basically. You know, shit. That's what it is. I know a lot of women that were nannies that came over here. A lot of them.
Mm.
And it's basically the same old shit. Really, it's the same shit. I know a woman that came from London. Beautiful, man. If
Yeah.
she's from London. Her family's from Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Beautiful
Oh,
girl.
okay.
Beautiful girl. If you see her, you'd be like, damn. And you know what? She was super cool. I'm talking like she's like that type of
Yeah.
person. Cool as
Mm.
hell. You can sit down and talk to her about anything, man. And she doesn't hide anything. She's honest. You know, it's like she's like, yeah, you know, I came from London. She got a low accent.
Oh, okay.
She got that English accent. She was cool as hell. But you know, she ended up getting married to this guy that was in the military. You know, after
Mm.
about about 10 years in Charlotte, she got married to this guy in the military, and she ended up moving away, basically.
Uh,
But she was she worked a job part time, and they gave her a car, you know. And when it was time for her to leave, they gave her some cash, and she was on her way, basically, you know.
she put 10 years in with him, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's usually how that shit go, man. You know. So Tiger was got married to the nanny. You know, he was being set up from the get go, basically.
Oh, yeah. No, he most definitely was. He most definitely was. But, hey,
A lot
man.
of these, a lot of these guys, man. You know, I don't know who they're hanging around, but you know, a lot of these guys will get huge paydays, but in the end, the money usually end up going back to the same people that helped them get to the top.
And those people are sitting there laughing. Cause and they knew in the beginning it was gonna come back. They knew the trickle effect. They knew what it was gonna happen. So it's like, yeah, here's all this millions of dollars, but you're gonna fuck up along the way. We know you are, because you are no financial backing, and you don't know the game, so it's all
Yeah,
gonna come back to you.
this is like a lot of these athletes. I
Yeah.
mean, they be doing the athletes. Oh my god, you can't
Hey,
even make this shit up.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy, and I hope more dudes just get the game, man. I hope like they can, watch videos like me and you know what I'm saying? We get together, be chopping it up like this, and the videos that you do, man, like, you know,
Actually, you know what? You know what's funny? Um, a lot of these guys actually do watch videos on YouTube, and
mm,
a lot of these guys will have a lot of workshops now. They have a lot of workshops they'll actually have people come in and have workshops. Like right now, while it's no football season, they have a lot of workshops now, and they'll have them like at maybe on an off week, like a bye week.
Yeah.
They'll have workshops in between. That's where they start. That's what it's a lot of that shit going on now because of social media, basically. So a lot of these guys are on social media, so they'll
Mm.
follow certain people. They'll reach out to certain people, and they might even pay a speaker to come in sometime. That shit, there's a lot of that shit going on because a lot of the guys that have nonprofits that have retired, they're doing a lot of that shit. They basically paying it forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a
Yeah.
good
No,
thing.
I hear you.
That's a good thing. You got guys like uh Gary V. That crazy
Oh,
motherfucker.
man.
He's well, he got an agency, a sports agency. But
Mm-hmm.
he's actually when he signed these guys, he actually basically he's gonna build them a platform. So it's like by the time they retire football, they're gonna have like multiple streams of income. Even after they retire. Because it's like the way it's set up now, it's basically set up for them to take all the money back and rape you.
Mm.
That's how it's
Mm.
set up now. Because like when they sign these football players, it's like the game is to extract as much income as they can out of you. So it's like a monopoly. So basically, you got your agent.
Right.
The attorney is his buddy. The the general manager is his buddy
Mm-hmm.
for the team. The
Mm-hmm.
the girl that they gonna introduce you to,
Set you up with.
she know the agent,
Mm-hmm.
and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Whatever you want, the agent he'll say, hey, whatever you want, call me. I'll let you know. I know somebody. So where the place you buy your car, that's his buddy.
Yep.
So it's like they're basically extracting money out of your ass. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
getting it back. They're getting it back in all different types of ways.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you see these guys with these women, 9 times out of 10, that woman was introduced to them. A lot of these guys didn't have it like that when they were in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point right there, Shark Game. Most of these women were introduced by agents or whoever to them. They didn't just go out because at that peak of your career, you're not just going out randomly on
No,
dates. You know what
they
I'm
got
saying? Like
no, they don't really have time to mingle and get out like that.
exactly. So now this is why there's such a downfall because the women that they introduce to these athletes, these women don't they know their money. You know what I'm saying? They don't like them for them. They'll put up with it to get to the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other than that, like
They
you know what
look
I'm
at it
saying?
like these women look at it like it's a business deal, business transaction.
Yeah,
That's how they look
yeah.
at it.
They probably getting a little cut out of that too. Listen, go up there, try to,
I remember
you know
like
what I mean?
a couple months ago, Fletcher Cox from
Yeah,
you remember you heard about the story he got into with he met this chick in Charlotte at the bar. She was a bartender.
I think so.
Yeah,
So
she was
what's
a
it?
bartender and he smashed the girl. I think he smashed her more than one time. It sounded like by the text that they were showing, right?
Right?
And what happened is the fiance, yeah, it was her fiance.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah. I
found out.
remember that.
He claimed that he didn't know anything about it,
He was in the
but
army,
now
right? Marine,
Marines,
Marines, yeah,
yeah, but now he got out of the Marines, right? So now
yeah.
he's suing.
He's suing. Yeah, yeah. I remember all that.
I mean, he's a goddamn lie. He knew about it from the get go.
I couldn't believe that. Yeah, I remember that. I
He
was like,
knew
oh,
about it.
shit.
He knew about it from the get go. He just wanted her to go along with it to see what she could get out of out of Cox. That's all it was. He's a
Yeah.
goddamn liar.
You
because
look,
if
you look like
you read the text, you can kind of tell if this is the first time like meeting some guy, or first you can tell it's like this is the first time they interacted with each other by the text.
exactly.
But this ain't that type of text. It seems like they known each other for at least another time.
Yeah.
This ain't like the
Did you?
first time they got together.
No, no, you're definitely right with that. Did you see the picture of him too?
Yeah, yeah.
You look like a beta guy.
Yeah. He said he I need money for my pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. And then he said I think they asked him what's gonna happen with them or whatever. I said, ain't nothing gonna happen. They gonna still be together. Shit.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
just going on vacation now.
Yeah. I said he probably, they probably more than likely they settled. He probably gave that bitch, I don't know, $5,000-$10,000, tell her have a nice day.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all it is. She just wanted to
Mm.
come up. You could tell that they been together before because Cox was saying that crazy shit saying, I'm gonna get you pregnant, you gonna have my baby. I'm like, this nigga
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Yo, I was laughing when I was reading those texts. Yo, I was like,
Man. So when he said that tells he hit that before. He hit that before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I heard that he said you gonna have Sugar, he said you gonna have my baby.
This dude crazy, man.
Oh,
So
yeah, that was
so it's
too
like
good.
them dudes like that, man, athletes,
Oh,
they targets, man. And it's kind of like if situations like that, if you sleep with a woman or if it goes bad, that's really a part of the game, man. That's a part of it.
you win some, you lose, man.
Yeah, that's just a part. I call it as a part of the chaos.
Mm.
It's really, it's like you can have the best intentions, man, and people can still do you wrong. You can still
Yep.
get mistreated. It happens all the time. Like bad stuff happen to good people all the time. You know?
It's just how you deal with it, though, Shark Game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people. I used to be naive and think that I'm a good guy. I don't got nothing to worry about. You know, everyone should like me. Why should they dislike me? I never gave anybody a reason to dislike me or hate me. Shit. You gotta keep in mind. I keep in mind. People hate up. They don't hate down.
Mm-hmm. Hey, though, like I always say, man, you know what I mean? If people ain't hating on you, man, then you know what I'm
Something wrong.
saying, you're doing something
Something
wrong.
wrong.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what it is. You know.
That's how it goes.
But yo, man, we've been on here for like 2 hours.
We've been on here 2 hours.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly
man.
2 hours.
Shit. All
Yeah.
right. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's how I guess when we start chopping it up. But yo, before we get up off here, man, I gotta say this. Y'all have got to go on chooseyourrelationships.com, the link below, and get you some chooseyourrelationship.com gear, man. This just came in the mail today, y'all. Feels good, man. Looks good. Go support your man, man. Go support Shark Game. Y'all here listening to this game and whatnot. Go over there, show a little bit of love, man. We got hoodies for the guys, the girls, the shirts and stuff, mouse pads, stuff for your dog, water bottles. I'm
Everything.
telling y'all, but definitely go over there and support your man, though. Honestly, for real, y'all.
And become a Patreon too.
Oh shit! Forgot about that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, y'all. Definitely jump on the Patreon and support, because at the end of the day, loyal subscribers are good, but you know what I'm saying, like, really being down with the movement, doing you know, jumping on Patreon, you know, grabbing some gear, you know what I'm saying? It all supports the movement and helps the cause, man. You know, get the subscribers up, man. Bring the plateau up. My man Sharp Games over here doing it.
Yeah. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, and check my other channel out too, the Day Job Bailout Plan. So until next time, we out. Peace.
Peace, y'all.